Hey everyone, Krista Moser here, designer of the Creative Grid 60-degree diamond ruler. Here I'm at Fat Quarter Shop today, and I'm going to show you how to do some of the cuts for summer swag. This is one of my patterns just behind me here. It's very much like a picnic blanket. And I've got kind of a red, white, and blue palette. Most of it's done from strip sets, so we'll start with some of those that I have cut here, and I'll show you. Most of these are 2.5-inch strips, and I cut them from fat quarters. So you can kind of see, isn't this cute stuff? So I've got it all lined up. I'm going to trim the end off. Just so. Got a couple of my sashing strips, the little accent strips here. Now I'm taking the ruler, and I'm just going to line up the top edge of the strips with the top edge of the ruler and trim it off at a 60-degree angle. And I flatten that tip just like that. So this is how it gets arranged then. Then you take this little white strip and kind of put it in between. You're staggering it down at the angle so there's no waste. We just cut off this little amount here to save us this great big amount here. You do your seams just like this. Your 1/4-inch seam and your flat tip gives you a perfect match-up point. Sew them in sets. Press those seams open, and then come back and sew your sets together. And I've actually got some of those already done, so let me show you. Once you have them sewn, they'll be like this. I pressed all my seams open because it makes a really, really flat block. So here we have. Now what I'm going to do is I'm cutting triangles from this. So here I'm lining it up on my 8.5-inch line and the flat tip at the other edge, and I'm just going to scoot it down. I do need to clean that edge off, but I don't need to take much off. So I'm just going to cut here. I'll just flatten that tip and take the other edge off. Now I'm just going to take these off on either side too. So I have a triangle with 3 flat tips, and that'll help for piecing accuracy later. Turn the ruler. That goes in a different stack because these are going to make different blocks. One will have this at the outside edge, and that will have a lighter blue. I think we might get 4 cuts out of this strip set. So put that in its stack. Let's see, can we get it? Just there. Yep, not a lot of waste. Perfect. Okay, we're going to do that to another strip set. You need 4 of each to get these swag blocks that kind of go around the stars, which is what we'll cut next. And I'll show you how those things lay out. So for the star blocks, we've got 3 different colors. We need something for the center, something for star points, and then we need our background. So all of those are cut from strips here. So this is what I'm going to do for my star points. And I've got this cute little floral for my centers, and then I have this white background. So I'm going to move this strip down here. We're just going to cut from the triangle side of the ruler. So here I am lining up my 4.5-inch line and the flat tip across on the other side. And I'm just going to cut some triangles. Now I've layered up 2 pieces of fabric here, so I'm getting 2 cuts at a time. We need 6 points for each star. just like this. And here's a little tip. I'm going to use the tip of the ruler here, and I'm going to go ahead and flatten those triangles off. It's one extra step, but it just makes piecing a whole lot easier later. You get more accuracy. So we have three flat tips on our triangles there. I'll do that to this one here. And last set. Okay, set these aside, and then I'll show you to cut that center. It's actually cut as two trapezoids. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to line up my 8.5 inch line. Then we have the 4-inch white dashed line across the top. So I'm going to cut there and here, and just take those tips off because I can, and it's helpful. I'll turn the ruler, now nest it in on the other side. The 8.5 inch line. And these two together will create a hexagon. That becomes the center of the star. And it gets surrounded by background pieces. So let's see what we got here. All right. The background is fun. It's got a couple different things going on. We're going to do triangles. You need 4 of those. Here I am on the 4.5 inch line in the flat tip. We'll do some more here. And I need diamonds. So now we turn the ruler to the side, and we've got these diamond lines. The 4.5 inch diamond lines here. I'm going to take the little flat tip off. We're going to do one more set like that. Okay. Now for the fun part. And if you want, you could flatten those tips. You saw how I did that. Okay, so we have, looks like a hexagon. We put some triangles around it, just like this. Now there's no Y seams here. I'm only going to sew them in 2 halves. So we have a triangle here, do a triangle here, and then we have our diamonds, top and bottom. So to put this together, you're going to do those 3 together, sewing these seams, press them open. You're going to do these together. You can sew these as a unit and then put them onto your center trapezoid. Same thing with these. And you leave them as 2 halves because they basically form part of a row. So they don't get sewn together as a whole star until the whole top is being assembled. So I'll show you what I've got here. Some of these sewn already. So here we've got 2 halves sewn together, just like this. And you saw me cut triangles earlier for those swag blocks that come around the edge, and I've got some cut. So a set of 4 creates kind of a spiraling swag. We have another variety with the red, this would be one. Then we can do another one over here. The pattern has a pretty great layout for this, but you're not required to do the exact layout if you would prefer to do something a little more fun on your own. So the whole thing goes together in rows. Be triangle, triangle, half the star, then onto another part of the swag block. That would be a third row. This creates yet another row on its own. So see that? Tricks your eye, but no Y seams. Isn't that fun? So you can have a lot of fun with this layout, and it's even cool if you've got a friend and you want to kind of do some arranging, a second set of eyes, see something different. You don't have to do red, white, and blue. I've seen it done in holiday colors, really, really cute, but it does kind of have that picnic blanket look. Watch for my other videos on Fat Quarter Shop, and if you'd like some more tips and tricks on how to use this ruler and some other patterns I have out for it, come find me at KristaMoser.com.